Have you ever been to Studio 54? Have you been to this place?
No, I never went there because I think it was closed down. Michael, you might have been there. Yeah.
I have been there, yeah.
In the heyday of decadent New York life, what was that like?
Very decadent. It was so blooming decadent. You couldn't walk anywhere because there was broken glass all over the floor.
People flinging police
And
hats at the
people,
window.
you know, Mick Jagger, you know, Mike, come over here, have a drink, you know, all that sort of... Wow. No, Mick, thank you, I'm just going to bed. No, it was quite out of control. I went there on one election night, I think it was that. So everything was completely wild, and all the barmen were sort of squirting drinks inside the trousers, outside the trousers, over everybody there. And we couldn't just go up and say, can I have a fizzy orange, please? The place for that.
Well,
but it was quite exciting, but there was a kind of frenetic atmosphere that was essential to the place, and that's why they closed it down in the end.
Like a kind of manic atmosphere?
Manic, yeah. Everybody was high and being very cool and high at the same time.
I can't imagine but you weren't someone who embraced that side of life as much as the others, I don't think, did you? Or did you ever ride the Mary Jane train? Marijuana.
I don't know why you looked at me and Mo when you said that.
Well, I wanted you to know what I was talking about. Here's a photograph, though. Here's a night. If there's a night when you could have been out with a bunch of people and you could have got out of it, this is one of them. Look at Michael here on a night out in the 70s with Led Zeppelin.
Wow. Oh, my God, that's amazing.
And was that an early-to-bed evening?
Yeah, just had cocoa and then they sang a couple of their numbers.
A couple of their bedtime ditties.
Yes. And then we all were kicked out of the flat. They were, funny thing, they were big fans, actually. Sort of a lot of groups were big fans of Monty Python.
Well, a lot of that
music
kind of
and Python went together. I think
that rock and roll crowd really embraced what you did, but there was a similar energy to it, wasn't there? There was a similar sort of disruptive force to it, I felt.
Yeah, well, and also the sort of reaction that people got from the comedy we did is somewhat like the reaction that people get from, you know, from music or something like that. It sort of shakes them up a bit.
Yeah. You were kind of like rock stars anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But, you know, I was talking about Kylie's magnificent success with her album and how long she's been on top. Your career has gone on for, some would say, too long. I mean, it's... but no, joking aside, what an amazing career you've had. I mean, 50-odd years, always on TV, always at the top of your game, and doing so many different things as well. Was that deliberate, that you thought, OK, I want to diversify to this, or were they just things that you wanted to enjoy doing?
I didn't know what my particular talent was, to be honest. I knew I could act a bit and I enjoyed writing, but I was never particularly brilliant at any one thing, which I think helps. It helps you to try lots of different things, and I did. I said yes a lot to various things that were sort of offered to me. I met some very good friends, not just the Pythons, but others beyond that, who sort of said, you know, you should try this, you should try that. And I was pushed in the right direction most of the time, and I always said, well, it's got to be something that I enjoy doing. I made that as a rule generally, and most of the things I've done I've really enjoyed, and you know, that I feel I've made just about the right decision. But I would never call it a career, just as a series of amazing coincidences. The finger of history.
Yeah, the finger of history is touching us all as we speak.